Vamos, 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 vamos. Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest. Okay.
And here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Keighley, and this is Summer Game Fest, a live showcase of what's next in the wide, wide world of video games. We are live here in Los Angeles, and whether you're streaming from home or watching inside an IMAX theater, welcome to our showcase event. Over the next few hours, we'll give you updates on the games you love, be joined by special developer guests, and yes, have a few surprises along the way too. Now, what I love about this show is that it's a true cross-industry showcase. Whether you play on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, or mobile, we'll have games for you. It doesn't matter your platform of choice. We're all here to come together as one community that simply loves the art of amazing video games. The biggest franchises in the industry are here. Like
no tengo idea de lo que dijo, pero dijo algo.
Introduced to exciting new worlds and new teams, and will make room for small independent developers who we think deserve the spotlight too. If we do this right, hopefully you'll discover a few new games to put on your wish list. And even if you don't get every announcement that you desire, and let's face it, you're not going to get everything today, but we've got a lot of great stuff. So let's get started. Over 30 years ago, Capcom Street Fighter hit arcades, and ever since, this legendary Japanese fighting game series has continued to evolve. Street Fighter 6 is coming in 2023, and right now, we're excited to officially confirm a character
Vi un chunlido nuevo.
and show you the exclusive
Street Fighter 6. Vamos a ver qué es lo que.
Enjoy.
Un poquito de gameplay, imagino yo. Por favor. Oh. Ese mundo de Ghibli. Este es un nuevo barrio. Diablos, mira que pero está Ghibli. Coño. Yo siento que el juego está lentísimo. No sé si soy yo. Siento que va muy lento. No sé. Ok. El clásico. Un último interesante tiene Ghibli.
I'm just on another level. Podían trabajar mejor este pelo. Y yo siento el juego muy lento. Siento el juego muy lento. Personalmente lo veo como muy lento. Vamos a ver si en el gameplay si el gameplay es igual de lento, pero yo lo veo muy lento.
Brand new game announcement here at Summer Game Fest. Check this out.
A ver. Tanta luz.
Sergeant Leo Alvarez of the CM Leth Recon Squad. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the ComSat relay, and bring it back online. We found the relay, but there was a problem.
Get that door closed now, Private. Close that gate. Nothing gets in here. Ray didn't make it.
Releases of One Piece.
Willis, take the lead.
Oh, this ain't good.
Parece Alien. Una premisa de Alien, parece.
A new kind of evil. And it found us first.
Joder.
This wasn't human.
Ah, ahí está, Alien. Sí sabía.
Tenía como esa primicia de Alien, o sea, ese aire de Alien.
Door, Sergeant! Son of a...
I don't know what I saw in
Que
there,
conte que nunca he jugado un Alien ni siquiera. Nunca.
but I know when I close my eyes,
Pero sí lo he visto.
I still see it. Now everyone's dead. And someone needs to know.
Cierto, que tengo torre en Abraham. Oh my god, 200. ...2023... Alien, perfecto. Lejos de mí, por favor. Gracias.
That was Aliens Dark Descent, and it's coming in
Dark.
2023 to console and PC. Next, 2 years ago at the Game Awards, we revealed the Callisto Protocol from the creative forces behind the Dead Space franchise. Today, I am thrilled to get to show you the first raw gameplay alongside its creator, Glenn Schofield. But first, here's the quote-unquote Schofield cut of the brand new trailer with a little more gore.
Eso de la gente que siente ese Space. Están haciendo ahora.
Take a look outside. Did you know that they call Callisto the dead moon? Dead. Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck.
Y fácilmente se va a llevar todos los premios de juego. O sea, se va a llevar de ese Space, se lo va a llevar por de cabeza.
Your old life. You gotta let that go.
O sea, lo que se ve es increíble.
Your new life is entirely
Jazz Space no creo que lleve. El remake de Jazz Space no se acerca ni siquiera al nivel de esta gente.
trying
O
to
sea,
give you a
Jazz Space se pueden quedar con Jazz Space guardado ya, no importa. Ya va a salir este. Lo que hay que tener cuidado y ver qué tal se desenvuelve el gameplay. Si el gameplay de ellos se da bueno, si el gameplay se da bien, pues bien. Si el gameplay se da bien, pues ahí en la action, pues
I just love that last part.
cualquiera es perfecto. Pero el gameplay, si el gameplay es bueno, te puedo decir que eso se creó una franquicia
Chills every
con ese solo juego.
welcome.
Nada más el tráiler te da la sensación de que una compañía le va a decir: hey, te compro eso. Te compro todo. Una EA Game, una compañía esa grande, una Microsoft, te compro todo. Ven. Y son independientes por ahora. Por ahora.
That's right. We know what you wanted to see. And joining me now, Glenn Schofield, Striking Distance. Glenn, first of all, congratulations. This game looks absolutely incredible. And I got to say, the
El
fact
2 de
that you have
diciembre.
built this team,
Rico,
the
sabroso.
studio, new IP, shipping this December, all in COVID,
2 de diciembre.
blows me away. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having us. I really do appreciate it, Jeff. And for a second, just give me a second. I want to thank
llama,
you,
el pequeño estudio se llama
for what
Strike
you've done
Distance
for the game
Studios.
industry, all these years, man. I think I've known you like 16, 17
Prometen,
years
¿eh?
now. And you've been an ambassador. You've amplified new games, new studios, and I just wanted to thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. It's not about me. It's about you guys.
Yeah, I know, but
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's so fun to do these shows and to show this game. So people saw the trailer, but what I'm so excited today is that you just brought a raw gameplay sequence. This game is in development, and people are going to be blown away, I think, when they see it. But tell us a bit about what are we going to see today?
Yeah, we got a couple minutes of, like you said, like raw gameplay. It's 2 segments in the first half of the game. One is a med bay, another one is a power station, and you're going to see some new enemies, some brutality, some just about everything. We're showcasing a new weapon called the Grip. Okay. It's like a gravity gun, but it picks up the enemies and it shoves them into giant fans. It rips them apart. It's great. And then check out the nice ending we have, where we usually will kill our main character Jacob, and in a very unique way. And just for a second, I want to thank the team, man. Like you said, through COVID, through everything else, the dedication, the hard work, you guys are amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, Glenn, I got to say, again,
Amazing.
This looks like a world-class next-gen game. It's rare that teams are bringing something out like this year, and let's let the footage speak for itself. Glenn Schofield, striking distance. Here it is, the first gameplay of the Callisto Protocol.
Oh, gameplay. Va, perfecto, por favor. Gracias. Es gameplay y la interfaz no la veo. O sea, sin interfaz así, limpia. Me imagino que me pondrá la munición cuando saque el arma, ¿no? Porque ahora mismo tengo la vida en el cuello, bien. Pero mi munición, ahí está, la munición cuando saca el arma, perfecto. 5 de bala, ¿vale? 4 de bala. Esa mira de mover la pantalla entera con la mira no me gusta. O sea, si te fijas, la mira no se mueve independiente, la mira se mueve con todo y pantalla. ¿Ves? Cuando mueve la mira, mueve la pantalla completa, ¿ves? No mueves como la mira aparte, así. O sea, no te da la sensación de que la mira está aparte. Es como mover la pantalla completa. Tengo una pregunta, ¿con qué golpea? Cuando se le pega a los enemigos, ¿con qué golpea? Joder, es muy Dead Space. Es muy Dead Space, pero al nivel para arriba. Hijo de la gran puta, mira qué traje. Uf. Mira qué bien se ve ese traje. No manches, güey. Ok, ya vemos que ya le agregó miras, igual que como siempre, las extremidades. Incluso hace el plasma como das Space. Clásico de extremidades y demás. Joder. Muerte cinemática como das Space. Se quedó atrapado con parte de lo que es el mundo. Está muy bueno. Está muy bueno. Es como la evolución de das Space. A ver si no tienen problemas ellos de demanda con la gente de EA Game. Porque es como robarle, digo yo, no sé cómo se maneja eso. Pero es muy Dead Space, muy Dead Space. No es malo. Ellos son los creadores. O sea, son los mismos programadores y demás. Pero coño. Ese es Call of Duty, a ver.
In 2019, modern warfare changed everything. And on October 28th, we usher in a new era of Call of Duty with the launch of Modern Warfare 2. We are back, we are bigger, and we are bringing the entire team. Price, Gaz, Soap, Alejandro, and of course, Ghost. We needed a stage big enough to debut Call of Duty.
¿Qué viene siendo esto? ¿Un reality o qué?
Inspired by the
¡Es un reality Call of Duty! ¿Qué es esto?
Rigs, cargo ships, and staggering odds are just the beginning. Here is Modern Warfare 2.
Espérate, que me voy a peinar, Call of Duty. Me voy a peinar para que me vean a tu reality.
Me peino lo que Call of Duty me vende en reality. Esto es gameplay. Me sigo peinando en lo que veo el gameplay en medio del mar.
Be ready for anything. This could be a trap.
Actual, we're set.
Okay, llegamos a una base militar que está en el medio del mar, que se dedicaba a sacar petróleo del mar.
Good hook. Up at him.
All shadows, the missile is on this platform. I want full containment. You've got 3 AQ internal, 2-1.
Okay.
Entry.
Y la cantidad de tiros, o sea, no veo la interfaz. O sea, te están usando mucho las pantallas limpias sin interfaz, pero bien. ¿Dónde me ponen los tiros? Hay que parar que tire un tiro para saber cuántos tiros tengo. No me puso cuántos tiros tengo.
Room clear. Coming out.
Shadow 1 moving to the southeast
A ver.
stairwell.
No tengo tiros, no tengo mapa. Yo creo que no se ve tan bien, o sea, no lo veo tan fantástico el nivel de imagen, o sea, el nivel de calidad de... No lo veo fantástico, no lo veo Play 5. Si no estoy muy sincero, la textura no la veo Play 5, no sé si por... Y eso que en el nivel de oscuridad debería de verse mejor porque con oscuridad oculta muchos detalles y muchas cosas. Pero no lo veo fantástico. O sea, gráficamente parece Play 4. ¿Y el amigo que estaba adentro qué? ¿Murió? ¿Y el compañero que acaba de entrar primero murió? ¿O qué pasó?
Force out. I want eyes on that container now. 2 copies, moving. We gotta roll. Shadow 1, Ghost, visual on flares.
¿Me cuentas?
Push your status over.
Ghost, they're signaling the jet.
Ya yo siento hasta que está largo ya. Ya siento que está larguísimo. Ya quiero que me quiten eso ya. Es más de lo mismo y gráficamente no parece avanzar.
2 copies all.
Call of Duty sigue siendo más de lo mismo. Tienen que avanzar ya, no sé. O que tienen un nicho de gente que le gusta mucho Call of Duty y demás, pero ya siento que me aburro. O sea, hace muchos años que llevo viendo ya, qué sé yo, no sé. Gráficamente se ve horrible. Y una compañía con tanto presupuesto, una compañía con tanto presupuesto, para una franquicia que le ha sacado tanto dinero, pero no sé, lo veo. Lo veo mec. Pibe, bienvenido, pibe, buenas tardes. Estamos viendo el Game Fest, pibe. Estamos viendo el Game Fest que están mostrando los nuevos juegos que vienen para ahora. Este nuevo año. Viene un juego para finales de mes y para el año que viene.
You have your orders, son. Stop that launch.
Let's move out. Ghost, this is Zero 1 back in the water, inbound to your position.
Solid copy.
Es un Call of Duty, pero yo veo que el pibe que está fanfarizado, la gente de Call of Duty.
Once we're on
están frisados en cuestión de calidad gráfica. Sigue viéndose como un Play 4 eso. Yo veo un Play 4, no veo Play 5 ahí, ni PC de nueva generación. Veo Play 4 todavía.
Let's have ourselves a gunfight. Missile controls are on the bridge. Have to stop the launch.
Mira, qué gráfica. Sigo viendo Play 4.
Alejandro, maintain overwatch from the rig. We're forcing up. Copy that. Reloading.
Mira, güey. Güey, ¿qué es eso? Parece que tengo un pedazo de goma liso en las manos y le puse de nombre escopeta. Mira, varias gomas pegadas en la mano y nombre escopeta con efecto de reflexión. Tiene que ser jugando a la sencilla porque para hacer la demostración. Pero mira, estaba de ahí, no le dio. Bueno, ya, mira cómo se ve la sangre, güey, no me haga eso. Esto es Play 5, ¿no quiere decir que esto es Play 5 en serio? Mira cómo sube las escaleras. Ay, Dios, no hagas eso.
Check it. Controls are internal. All right, stand back. Shadow 1 going explosive on bridge entry. 3, 2, 1, execute.
Bueno, ya por fin se acabó. Gastaron mucho dinero en poner ese video tan largo. Okay. ¿Qué es eso tan feo, güey?
That's what we're talking about. And
Mother
joining us
Waldo,
now, up from
¿qué
Long
es?
Beach,
¿Qué es?
Johanna,
¿Qué es?
great
¿Qué
to
es?
see you. How's everything?
It's great. Thanks.
Great to have you with us, and also Jeff from Infinity Ward. So we saw the first gameplay. Thanks for that extended sequence. Looks incredible. Jeff, tell us a bit about that mission. Where is that set in the game? What are we seeing there?
Absolutely. So first of all, we're really excited to welcome back Captain John Price and Gaz Garrick. You know, they're not actually in what we just saw today, but they're returning members from 141, and then the other two characters that you may recognize from the older franchise that we're reimagining are Simon Ghost Riley and of course Soap John McTavish, and then a couple other new characters in here that we're really excited that we got to create for this game. First, Commander Philip Graves and Mexican Special Forces Colonel Alejandro. And Alejandro, I gotta say, it's a character we're really excited about. He's a guy who's super capable and a guy who's just as important as Task Force 141. But as far as the level's concerned, you know, I got a shout out to IW. You know, this was a tremendous collaboration across all of the different disciplines. As you saw, everybody coming together, some really motivated devs here. And, you know, you saw the wind and the animations and the awesome sound design. And of course, our new water tech.
Será un remake, ¿no? Warfare 2. Eso no pasa, eso no salió. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Yo creo que eso había salido ya, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. ¿Qué viene siendo esto? ¿Un remake o algo?
But it also leaves the enemy exposed, creating this emergent gameplay. So again, I'm very excited. Just can't wait I'm so excited that we get to show it.
Es como un remake, esto parece de Modern Warfare 2. O sea, de Modern Warfare 2, ¿qué viene siendo esto? ¿Un remake? ¿La sacamos otra vez o qué?
Back this year, but you've got lots going on across Call of Duty. What can we expect from you guys this year?
Yeah, we first of all, thanks for having us here. We're just so excited for October 28th.
No, yo puro español. Yo miro e interpreto. Yo español hasta la muerte. Hasta la muerte español, papi. Hasta la muerte español. Pero lo que te digo, el modo War 2 salió hace mucho. Y era de PlayStation 3, creo que era. Pero eso parece... La Modern Warfare no salió. Güey, ¿y eso es un juego de nueva generación que se ve tan feo? Está vergüenza entonces. Si esta es una nueva generación de Call of Duty, qué vergüenza dan. Si esa es la calidad que nos van a dar, la calidad, la super calidad que nos traen. Es que comparativamente pero con los juegos que hay hoy en día, gráficamente está por debajo de esta Call of Duty. Comparativamente con los gráficos de hoy en día, está por debajo de esta Call of Duty. Ya el gameplay y el juego vamos a ver, pero gráficamente está por debajo. Con los juegos actuales.
Some chatter about maybe seeing high rise and other elements, but we will get into the details of Warzone 2.0 for sure. It will be an extension of the Modern Warfare 2 universe. Yeah. So all the more reason why we think this game, this moment is such an important title for all of us looking ahead. And like we said, we're having a bold vision around the entire future for the franchise. So we're in position. We're really excited.
All right, well, we're looking forward to October. Thanks so much for giving us a first look at the gameplay. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Thanks, Johanna and Jeff. All right, well, we've got lots more Summer Game Fest still to go, and now it's time to announce a classic PC
no, porque si Aldo es una nueva IP, sabes que esa gente... Lo que molesta es que esta gente tiene muchos años haciendo juegos. Y tienen mucho dinero para hacer cosas muy buenas. Entonces no entiendo por qué a veces como que les da lo mismo a algunos proyectos. Microdroid, a ver qué es esto. 30 años después. El retorno de icónico franchise. Sí, bueno. Vamos a ver. $30 años después cogen esta vieja IP y la rehacen otra vez. Vamos a ver qué traen ahora. Unreal 5 va a ser el Aldo. Bueno, Unreal 5 ese motor gráfico viene muy bueno. O sea, ese motor gráfico va a dar pila de que hablar. O sea, está muy duro Unreal 5. Flashback 2. Pero ¿y el gameplay? No hay un gameplay ni nada. Porque me tiene unas imágenes por encima ahí. 2022. Este año.
All right, let's turn back time. Back in 2017, we announced Witchfire at the Game Awards. Almost 5 years later, I am so excited that the team at the Astronauts in Poland has put together an in-depth look at the gameplay of this dark fantasy first-person shooter, which will enter early access soon. I am so excited to play this, and I bet you will be too after you see this.
World Premiere. Uy, mira lo que me refiero. Mira esa calidad gráfica. Call of Duty debería estar de ahí más para arriba. Y es que se puede comparar porque es primera persona de los dos juegos. Y mira esa calidad gráfica. De noche, igual que como estaba en Call of Duty, de noche. Mira. Ok. Se ve mucho mejor, güey. No me refiero a que sea de que no, porque no es homogéneo, acá hay monstruos y demás. Mira esa escopeta, cómo se ve esa escopeta. Eso es una escopeta. No ese cartón negro que tenía como una goma negra pintada de negro con brillos y reflexiones. Eso se ve como una escopeta, ¿no? Eso me enseñó Call of Duty ahorita. ¿Tú me entiendes? Mira, diferentes armas de uno. Claro. Witchfire. Como
como bruja de fuego. O bruja en fuego, bruja por fuego. Y eso es Epic Game. Ah, no. Es un Real Giant. Estará en la Epic Game Store. Pero, Pablo, se nota muchísimo la diferencia. Muchísimo se nota. Muchísimo se nota. De calidad gráfica me refiero. A eso me refiero Call of Duty. Y fácilmente Call of Duty tiene más presupuesto para hacer un juego que esa compañía que tiró ese. Fácilmente la gente de Call of Duty tiene más presupuesto. Pero, ¿qué te digo? Tutorial Engine, a ver qué nos trae ahora. ¿Qué es esto?
Solis, everything okay in there?
¿Esto qué es? A ver. Se ve medio pariguayito, sí. Pero vamos a ver. Sí, no, se ve bien. Tiene algunos momentos que se ve muy bien. Eso no es Calisto, es Calisto esto. A ver. Tiene Flow Survival.
Something is going on here. And I need to find out what it is.
False Solis. No disparé un tiro ni nada, no sé. Estará en Steam cuando salga.
That's something brand new, and look who
Me imagino si están eso ahí van a meter un gameplay. Si están ellos ahí van a meter un gameplay. Vamos a ver. Si por lo menos tenemos un gameplay decente.
What a cool team up. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
I gotta ask you guys, who are your characters in this game?
A ver si al menos tenemos un gameplay decente. Al menos.
Stationed at this base, Fort Solace. And it's the epicenter of this mystery that we'll discover and uncover as we go through the game. And of course,
no me imagino que después aparecerá en Epic Game y demás plataformas. Vamos a ver. Pero imagino que tendrá exclusividad con Steam al principio. Pero es lo que están haciendo, buena.
Can't wait to show you what we've been working on. And by the way, Jeff, this looks awesome, man. It's so great to be here. Thanks for having us.
It's so great that you're in another game. I mean, it's feeling like this is your first game since Red Dead 2.
One of the first major ones for a while. And I play a character by the name of Jack Leary. He's a maintenance engineer on a remote Martian mining post.
Okay.
His job is to make sure that none of the equipment breaks down while it's on their graveyard shift. The graveyard shift meaning Mars and Earth are really far apart from each other and their orbits around the sun. So help is not a simple call away.
I got to ask, I think a lot of people will see this thing and they'll probably wonder, you know, it's a new team, right? Independent studio in Europe that's making this, but with huge production values. I'm curious, like, how did you guys get attached to this? Tell us a bit about the background.
I will say that 2020 to me was the most impactful year for games. It was the first, I mean, obviously we had this unprecedented event with the pandemic.
Uno de terror chido mejor.
We looked at everything as a society, but also the
Vamos a ver qué nos ven de ese terror, comillas, que tienen ellos. A ver qué nos parece. Está medio parigoballo, no entendí la primicia, o sea, no.
Just like anybody else, we reached out. James Tinsdale with this brand new studio said we'd like for you to consider being a part of this game, and he walked me through a very brief description of what the experience was going to be like. And in the very beginning, he said, we want this to feel it's a tight thriller. We want it to feel like Dead Space meets Duncan Jones' Moon. And I was like, sign me up. I'm into that, absolutely.
And full like performance capture and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. New studio.
Oye, están como inspirados en Dead Space y demás.
I get to work with one of the best of the business.
And me.
I get the privilege of getting to see this guy and watch him in action.
O sea, porque se ve en primera persona como se vio en Dead Space.
The challenges and all the new innovations that this medium provides to performers. We can't wait to show you.
I've seen some of the behind the scenes and the performance capture, Unreal Engine 5. I mean, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Can you give us a hint about the gameplay? Like, what are we going to do in this game?
Yeah, the verbs are always important. So we're going to let the game speak for itself. We'll be showing you more later on. But this is a game where you as the player, you're going to be exploring, you're going to be discovering. Like we said, it's a very tight thriller. So you're moving very fast-paced through this world. There'll be multiple locations, multiple ways for you to traverse, which we're excited to show you about. And then the narrative is a huge element to this. They didn't waste any resources on the
Pero salió un alien temprano. No sé si viste, no sé si estabas ya. Pero viene un nuevo alien. O sea, salió el trailer y todo. Igualito que el Alien, como la continuación, Alien Dark, algo así. Salió casi ahora, empezando el evento. Tiraron a Alien.
And so Roger and I sat down. We said, these are who our characters are. And he goes, give me 1 hour and I will come back to you with the story of this fight. And after an hour, he comes to us and he goes, it was like a recovery program. It was 12 steps. And he walked us through this incredible fight. And about halfway through, I started tuning him out. And I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know I've got no ego about this, but I can do a lot of things, but I can't do this. And he grabbed me by my shoulders and he says, oh, you can, you will. And it's going to be glorious.
And we did.
It's
like a dance. There was a lot of trust, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean,
we're excited
big
about
stunts. Yeah, I mean, this is so cool to see. It's an independent studio doing this, teaming up with you guys. We can't wait to see more. Troy, Roger, thanks for joining us here.
Happy to be here.
Summer Game
Thank
Fest.
you.
All right, appreciate it very much, guys. All right, well, next up, keeping up with the space theme, it's time to world premiere a very exciting new game, which will feature a musical score by industry legend Mick Gordon. This one is going to grab you, and we are so honored to debut.
Pues ya tus besos están hechos realidad. Ya, pues no viene lo nuevo. Ya lo hicieron. ¿Todavía no ha llegado el cel? Oh, mi madre. ¡Qué batalla! A ver, ¿esto qué es? Me huele a infección, a virus, destrucción de la tierra, qué sé yo. Me huele a eso. ¿Zombie otra vez? O sea, más zombie. ¿En serio? ¿Más zombie? Terror y otro tipo de zombie. Vamos a ver. ¿Y esto qué es? ¿Un arma? Ok, primera persona, survival. ¿Qué es? ¿Zombie o robot? Son robots. ¿Qué vienen siendo? ¿Zombies robot o qué? Road time. Para Xbox y Game Pass. ¿Pero qué son? ¿Zombies robot? No mames. No mames. No zombies robot. ¿En serio?
Now it's time to check in with a
y que lo último, zombies robot.
Who's been in his fair share of video games, including most recently Fortnite as the foundation. Dwayne Johnson, welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Hey,
how are you?
Dwayne Johnson, la roca.
What's up, everybody? And what's up, Jeff? And what is up to the Summer Game Fest audiences live streaming?
Que va a anunciar la roca de su gimnasio, de su casa.
And everybody inside the epic IMAX theaters. Dwayne Johnson here, coming at you from my Iron Paradise, the very hot and sweaty and smelly Iron Paradise, powered by, of course, Zoa Energy, the #1 fastest growing energy drink in the game. You guys know me by a lot of nicknames.
Un anuncio de la roca desde su casa con el celular y fácilmente hubo que pagarle millones de dólares para eso.
Always room for a cheesy joke. There's always room for the extra large cheese pizza, especially when I'm delivering and I deliver them often.
Montó un gimnasio en su casa. Mira, cogió un espacio y metió todos los hierros en su casa. Ya no tiene que ir para gimnasio. Tiene gimnasio en tu casa.
You know me as the foundation. And I got to tell you guys, #1, thank you so much for the crazy response.
¿Cómo se llama? Project Rock.
But also, I got to say that, you know, I've had such a pleasure.
Ya tú sabes, entonces anunció su bebida y hubo que pagarle a él fácilmente.
Teams over there, and we cannot wait to show you what we have in store for the future. And speaking of the future, in the future, you will also know me as Black Adam. Black Adam, as millions of you know around the world.
Oye, y también está anunciando su película Black Adam. What the fuck, Roca?
And for those who don't, I always like to say a quick tutorial is this.
Dice Roca, quiero que participes en Game Fest. Quiero que salgas en Game Fest. Ajá. Sí. Y dice Roca, ok. Y yo voy a anunciar mi bebida, voy a anunciar mi película Black Adam y voy a salir de mi casa. Te voy a grabar un video en el celular. Está bien, Roca. Págame 20 millones. Toma, Roca. What the fuck? El mundo está loco.
Around the world in theaters only, and you guys will finally see the hierarchy of power in the DC universe.
Sí, pero mira, allá está en el fondo el refri. Un refri con todo. ¿O habrán sacado un juego? ¿Habrán sacado un juego de Black Adam para tirarlo junto con la película? ¿O antes de la película? Porque a veces hacen juego también, ¿eh? A ver.
Stay safe, stay focused, keep having fun, keep kicking ass. Enjoy your gaming, and I'll see you down the road. This is Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Vale.
What have your powers ever given to you?
Vale, el tráiler de la película en el evento. Ok, perfecto. Vale. Vale, vale.
Then I was reborn a god. Now I kneel before no one.
Y eso, por lo que veo ahí.
You can be the destroyer.
Nos colan el trailer otra vez.
Or you can be its savior. That's up to you.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket? He got a rocket.
Por cierto, de DC, ¿eh? De DC Comic, que no es Marvel. DC Comic. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Esto qué es? ¿Esto qué es? ¿Qué? ¿Un Battle Royale? Un Battle Royale de monstruos, ¿no? Ok. Cooperativo, por lo que veo. Nos juntamos con los amigos para destruir zonas. ¿Qué me estás contando? Sí, de que es un Battle Royale, es un Battle Royale. Pero también puedo hacer cooperativo para acabar con monstruos y zonas específicas, aparentemente. Parece que tiene de las dos mundos. Ok. World Slayer. Ok, está para PlayStation 5 y 4, para toda la consola. Para toda la consola está esa vaina. ¿Qué nos traes del Switch? ¿Qué es esto? Ah. Monster Hunter. Cophead. O sea, están diciendo Capcom Fighting Collection, Xenoblade 3. Un anuncio de la Switch, no es nada específico. Que eso. Oh, verdad que esto viene gratis. Splatoon 3, good. Esto viene gratis ahora. No sé cuándo que sale. Sí, sí, viene para todos esos sitios, viene para todo. Igual que este, viene gratis para toda la consola. Para que todo el mundo juegue online. Very good. En junio 21, quedan como 10 días, estamos como a 9 hoy. Quedan como 12 días por todavía para que salga gratis para todo el mundo. Section 1. Eso después que lo compró Epic Games, dijo, va gratis como Fortnite. Vamos a hacer dinero. Él la quiere convertir en un Fortnite. Para venderte pase de batalla, venderte trajes y demás. Venderte personalizaciones, accesorios, te doy el juego gratis por eso. Y así se han hecho ricos con Fortnite. Frostgian Studio. A ver qué trae esto.
Discovery, this is Command. Storm's in your way. Prepare for extraction.
Signal's breaking up. Command, I'll do one last scan. See you soon. Over.
Sí, pero no era gratis. Estaba, pero no era gratis. Mira, se ve muy bien eso, güey.
Okay, hurry.
Ok, recrea estatuas que habían ahí antes por sus cimientos.
Command, I may be onto something.
Oh. Hey, qué buen concepto.
Command, repeat, I have it. Mission accomplished.
Hang tight, Doc. I've got this.
Hay que pulir algunas cositas, pero bueno, va bien. Pero no le cruza un tiro de eso. Pero si es... Si tú tenías eso, tú tenías que usarlo hace como una hora, no ahora. ¿Y por qué esos pájaros no vuelan si todos tienen alas? Pregunto. Stonegate. Bueno. Hay que poner una cuantas cositas de Stonegate, pero va bien. Se ve bien. Esos pájaros todos tienen alas y ellos se fueron volando y una caían atrás. ¿Tú no te diste cuenta? Todos tenían alas, pero no vuelan. Entonces, ¿cómo es esto?
There you have it, Tim. Congratulations. Stormgate is real. We have a name and some details. So, first of all, congratulations on this announcement. We're so excited about the return of RTS, brand new franchise. What is a Stormgate, though?
All right, so Stormgates are portals that open during a massive solar storm that unleash the infernal host on future Earth.
Okay. And we saw some hints of some, I mean, you know, you guys coming from Blizzard and StarCraft, everyone wants to know about races. You know, tell us about the sides in this RTS game.
Yeah, we're unveiling our first 2 factions today, but there will be more. So the Human Resistance, and we saw an archaeologist from the Human Resistance in that intro cinematic, and then also the Infernal Hosts, who are the...
Yo espero que haga juego bueno, qué sé yo. Estamos esperando una cuanta
one thing everyone wants to know about
No sé si el juego es importante, pero salió paraguayo este. Vamos a ver qué más. Vamos a ver qué más pueden presentar ellos hoy. ¿Qué otro juego importante pueden presentar?
Any sense of what you want to do for the gameplay in this game?
Absolutely. But the first thing I want to say is
Porque este jueguito está paraguayo este. Por lo menos el Stone Game está muy paraguayo.
Yes, where we're really trying to push the genre and be innovative.
Vamos a ver ahora.
First off, approachability. For one thing, we're free to play, but no pay to win, no NFTs, nothing like that. Just to lower that barrier to entry to get players in. But we're also really trying to be a lot more social. So you'll be able to play the campaign cooperatively. We've got 3-player open-ended co-op, and we've even got 3 versus 3 for competitive multiplayer. But of course, we've also still got 1v1 competitive.
And as a little surprise, I think we've got some first kind of work-in-progress images from the game, right?
Yeah, these are still very much being worked on, but some shots of actual assets.
Vamos a tuitear esto, que estamos living.
Wow, well, I love it. 2023, you said.
Mira el game, mira, ay my God, mira el juego como es. Mira el juego como es, no manches, parece a LOL. Se parece a LOL el jueguito este, güey.
Thank you so much for giving us your announcement today on Summer Game Fest.
Thank you so much for having us here. Really grateful.
Awesome. All right, Frost Giant Stormgate, keep an eye out for it. Now it's time for another indie game announcement that I'm excited to share with you. High Water. Check this one out.
Good morning, High Water dwellers. High Water Pirate Radio keeping you in the know with our flow. Alphaville authorities continue to deny false rumors that Alphaville elites are planning to evacuate to Mars. True or not, the one thing we can't deny is that the world ended on a sunny day.
The world ended on a sunny day. Boys and girls.
Ñam, ñam, ñam. Se ve paraguayo.
It's clamor in the park. No one suspected the coming dark. The wave was coming, but the sky was clear. I let it wash over me. Swept away, swept away, swept away without fear.
Se colé, se colé, se colé. Me huele a que vamos a tener copyright.
Ended on a sunny day. Boys and girls surfing.
Copyright.
Children clamored in the park. No one suspected.
No sé qué me vende con esto,
What a breathtaking trailer. High Water is an adventure strategy game set in a world ravaged by extreme climate change. Now, speaking of the world around us, the conflict in Ukraine is not far from anyone's mind, and it's impacted the development of games, including Replaced from Sad Cat Studios, a Belarusian studio with devs from Belarus and Ukraine. The team had long hoped to reveal a new trailer here today, but were understandably unable to complete it in time. Guys, I just want to say we're thinking of you and all the developers impacted by the conflict and hope to be able to share your work at a future show. All right, our next game is an official selection of the
American Arcadia.
American Arcadia, where you play Trevor, whose life is being televised with the viewing population constantly voting you up
American
or down.
Arcadia. Vamos a ver qué es esto.
You need to start running for your
Vamos a ver qué es esto, American Arcadia. No me llamó la atención ni un poquito, pues ni a mí tampoco, hermano. Pero ni así, mira, ni así, mira, ni así. Mira, algo más pequeño te puedo presentar. ¿Tú ves? ¿Tú ves esa puntita? ¿Tú ves esta puntita? Ni así me llamó la atención, mira, ni así. Me dio lo mismo. Digo, ¿y esto qué es?
That dream is now a reality, and that city is Arcadia. A 43-square-mile metropolis where each and every citizen enjoys.
Esto me huele a construir ciudades y demás que se autosustentan, construirle fábricas para que generen un tipo de producto, ese producto vendérselo, ponerle camiones a otra compañía, a otra
A
otra ciudad. A ver qué es. A ver. ¿Esto qué es?
Listen to me. We can't allow Trevor Hills to escape under any circumstances.
Trevor. Trevor, can you hear me? Be careful and don't make a sound. Don't worry.
Terminó el anuncio ya, pibe. Si tú ves que está como cada 40 minutos o 50 el anuncio. No te va a salir, ¿o no?
Apparently we've made it to the beach. Next up is a sequel we've all been anticipating.
Este otro que me llama la atención casi nulo, igual que el otro.
And watch out. You don't want to get bitten.
Igual que el otro me llama la atención este. Nula.
On this much anticipated sequel.
Vamos a ver esa. No te perdiste de nada. Siéndote muy sincera, no te perdiste de nada. A ver esto. Gaming. Hey. A ver. ¿Tú te imaginas que ¿y este concepto qué es? Ahora alejen mi tarjeta de eso, que no le interesa. Ni mi tarjeta, ni mi dinero, ni nada. No me interesa nada. Se pueden quedar con sus cabras y sus locuras. Sí es famoso. Ey, cuidado. Cuidado, Midnight Zoom. Midnight Zoom, cuidado. Cuidado con eso, que eso se ve bien. Yo siempre he visto al cala de la cabra, que ya tiene su famita. Pero cuidado con esto, que esto se ve bien. Mira. Ghost Rider. $2K. $2K, la compañía que hacía muchos juegos de NBA. Tenemos un bueno muy bonito. A ver. ¿Ese fuego de quién es? Una bruja. Porque hay una bruja que controla a Venom, se liquidó con él. A menos que eso es parte de la primicia de la historia. Tenemos el Spider-Man. Ok, un Spider-Man con un traje muy interesante este. Un Blade. Una chica que hace portales interdimensionales. Y un Ghost Rider moderno. Todos son superhéroes distintos este. Y un Spider-Man muy moderno. A ver, ahí llega la bruja. Con sus propios monstruos. Modificados aparentemente. Y su Venom. Del cual ella modificó. Y tiene un Hulk modificado también.
Joder. Está bueno el concepto, ¿eh? Y puede montar un Doctor Strange de frente al skin. ¿Qué es esto, güey? Mira ese Spider-Man que duro está, ¿eh?
That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
Está bueno el juego. Está bueno. Cuphead.
And now we're moving on to the wonderful
Cuphead en
world
Steam,
of Cuphead,
en
the
Nintendo
delicious
Switch, en
last course.
Xbox, en
Can
PlayStation
you believe we're
4.
only a couple weeks away
Cuphead,
from
un juego que
playing
salió
the delicious last course DLC
hace como 2 años ya.
for Cuphead.
Y
Joining me now is Maya
fue
Mollenhauer from Studio
sorprendentemente
MBHR. So first of
duro.
all, Maya, it's really coming.
Sorprendió a todo el mundo ese juego.
June 30th on all major platforms. We are thrilled.
Wow, I'm so thrilled too that I think all the fans can't believe that this is here, and I've been lucky enough to play this actually on my Steam Deck.
Sí, porque han metido una hembra ahora. Eran 2 balones, ahora han puesto una hembrita. No creo que, bueno, no sé si en Nintendo Switch se podrá jugar de 3. Los 3 al mismo tiempo, no, sería un caos terrible. Ya con 2 al mismo tiempo era un caos. Pero no sé si en Nintendo Switch, como mayormente pintan de juego familiar y demás, puedan jugar los 3 juntos. Pero hay que ver.
And of course, our new playable character, Miss Chalice. I'm very proud of her.
Chalice is fun to play as, and even though this is a DLC, it feels like it's its own game inside of Cuphead in many ways.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, you just get on the island, and there you are off to this new territory, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's our biggest island yet. Super-sized bosses, lots of secrets to discover.
Hay que ver a ver qué nos traen al final de cuentas.
Yes, and lots of challenge ahead. Well, I know
A ver qué nos están contando.
You don't want people to necessarily have too much spoiled about the game, but you brought a little something for people.
A little something, yeah. It's brand new gameplay footage of one of our new bosses, Mortimer Freeze. It takes place in an icy arena and features some of my personal favorite attacks and transformations. We hope everyone enjoys it.
All right, let's check it out. Cuphead, the delicious last course. Next, Smile.
A ver, vamos a ver el tráiler. Está la niña, la nueva. Ok. Vale, ponen su carita de malona. No deja de ser difícil, claro que no. Ahí tiro el especial. Super ataque cuando coge eso. Y ahí tiene una especie de misiles. Y te fijas, los verdes son como unos misiles. Ahí venció a la niña. No parece que sea de 3. Parece que es que van a agregar un nuevo personaje. O si eres una niña y quieres jugar con una hembra, juegas con una hembra. Igual si eres varón y quieres jugar con un varón, juegas con la hembra.
Which will include new show and game announcements. It streams at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And that's not all. There's more Summer Game Fest all weekend long. Coming up next is the Day of the Devs Indie Showcase with IM8-Bit and Double Fine, then Devolver's Marketing Countdown to Marketing. Tomorrow, after Geeked Week, there is the Epic Games Store Showcase at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, with news on Rocket League and the Tribeca Games Showcase. And Sunday, don't miss the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase with a look at the future of Xbox and Game Pass. Now we have some exciting news for Nintendo Switch and PC fans about Neon White, a game where you play an assassin from hell who slays demons for the chance to ascend.
¿La Rocket? ¿Tú crees? ¿El Rocket? El de carro, ese vamos a ver. Bueno, no. Hablaban de este juego súper extraño y moderno, pero es súper extraño.
We're called neons. Sinners plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. But I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
Que es de cartas, ¿no? Según las cartas disparas, ¿eh? Joder, qué puto concepto más raro. Tienes cartas que las cartas eliges una escopeta, un rifle. Son cartas con habilidades.
gifts. Good thinking.
Que fíjate, tienen ametralladora, tienen escopeta, tienen metras recortadas. Son raras. Un juego súper raro. Un juego súper raro. Súper raro, rarísimo.
Lots of games today made by huge teams. Now it's time for a game made by a single father in Poland. Over the past year, he's brought on some help to bring his vision
Midnight
for a
Fight.
fast-paced action
Un juego de
game,
pelea,
Midnight Fight Express, to life.
Se acerca un juego de pelea. Midnight Fight. Se ve bien Midnight Fight. A ver. No se ve tan bien. Se veía mejor la foto que el gameplay. Se veía mejor la foto que el gameplay de Midnight Fight. Que eso no es Midnight Fight, eso es otra cosa. ¿Qué es esto, güey? Sí, parece de pelea. Pero tiene escopeta. Disparos en coche. Un payaso.
While I sat at his side, seeing lives as dollar signs, had the stink of corruption all over me. You know who put it there?
Es que tiene de todo este juego, aparentemente.
Well, I ain't wearing it anymore.
Tiene peleas a golpe, peleas a disparo, toma como LOL. Han trabajado mucha gente importante, aparentemente. Midnight Fight, su portada, durísima, su juego.
Such a cool game, and I'm happy to announce that a PC
Su portada durísima. El gameplay. O sea, visualmente jugando, aburrísimo. Es un juego que lo puedo jugar 3 o 4 horas. Después de ahí, Warframe. Tengo Warframe, güey. Lo jugué como una semana. Creo que máximo una semana creo que lo jugué. Incluso subí varios videos al canal de como una semana. Después, simplemente dejé de jugarlo y no me interesó volver a jugarlo. O sea, no sé por qué. Ya. No entré más y ya está.
That's right. I already have seen people getting it, so it's very exciting. She's right there, loud and proud. Protea, 30 minutes for watching. Thank you for letting us kind of take over your
Simplemente un día no entré más y ya está. Así me pasó con Warframe.
No, Warframe, you know, as I said, we've done a lot over the years.
Un día jugué como 6 horas, 7 horas. Digo, wow, increíble este juego. Me encanta cómo se ve, cómo se juega. Bla, 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 bla. Jugué como 3 días seguidos. Después, simplemente no volví a entrar más nunca y no he entrado más nunca. Y ya está. Así simple, no entré. Tú me preguntas por qué, no lo sé. No hay nada que me llame a volver a entrar. No hay nada que me diga, wow, sí, quiero volver a disfrutarle. No, parece que no lo disfruté. Parece que mientras estaba adentro no lo disfrutaba como creía. Porque no volví. Lo quise instalar, pero no me late. Así sí, yo. Lo tengo instalado, pero no me late. Si no lo he borrado, creo que
I think a lot of people can suspect what it might be, but I'm here to kind of confirm what it is that Tunnel Live is going to show.
And what is that?
Can I say it?
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, you're going to get your first look at the Duviri paradox.
Finally,
I know it's been a couple of years, but Duviri paradox is going to be what Tunnel Live is all about, and I'm so happy. The team worked really hard on the teaser you're about to see for it, and I'm just really proud and excited to show it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here on Summer Game Fest. Let's take a look at that right now.
A ver qué nos presentan.
My child, my friend.
Hey, cuidado.
What is done is done. New dangers. New choices await us now.
Cuidado, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué es esta IP? Cuidado. Esto es Warframe, ¿no? No, no es Warframe. Cuidado, nueva IP.
For now, dream of who we were.
Esa espada parece en Warframe.
And of who we have become.
Ese mismo es Warframe. Un DLC. Un DLC de lo que hay que estar pagando a cada rato. Tienes que comprar el... Esto suena... Eso lo odié de Warframe.
Eso lo dio de Warframe. Que entraba, el juego estaba ahí, ¿verdad? Entrabas a una zona. Ah, no, para entrar a esta zona tienes que comprar el tal DLC. Vale, te ibas. Entrabas a otra zona. Ah, no, esa zona pertenece a tal DLC. Y tenías 25,000 DLC que tenías que comprar. Que decías que pero cuando terminé de comprarte todo DLC, voy a haber gastado $3,500 o $4,000 de DLC en DLC. No me jodas, Warframe. Quédate con tu DLC, adiós. Y dije adiós. Quédate con tu DLC. Este juego lo jugué en G4 Now, gratis. Este juego. Y es muy interesante, me gustó bastante. A ver si fue este. No, no es ese. Creo que no es ese. Vale, vamos a ver el nombre primero, a ver cuál es. Pero ese de la misma gente de hacen Genshin Impact, ¿eh? Joder, eso parece Genshin Impact demasiado. Lo único que le agregaron en tecnología, pero es Genshin Impact, por mucho.
Remember what you feel in this moment. As long as you know in your heart where you're heading, you will arrive at the end of the story.
A ver cómo se llama.
That's the you I like.
Se llama Star Ride. Pero huele a Genshin Impact a distancia. Star Ride, coming soon. Sí. Me huele mucho a Genshin.
And that's not all from Hoyoverse. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Zenless Zone Zero, their next major new IP. It's a futuristic urban action game. I have to
Huele
say,
mucho a Genshin, mi amigo.
What I've seen so far, it was announced a couple weeks ago, and it has the detail of Genshin
Es lo mismo Genshin Impact, pero Genshin Impact está en el bosque. Zelda Breath of the Wild para allá, ¿verdad? Pero entonces esta versión está en la tecnología futurista y máquinas y robots y naves espaciales y demás. Otro juego de Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse es la misma compañía que hace Genshin, que hace también acabo de pasar. Y a ver qué es esto. Al ver que este personaje me huele a PvP, me huele a Battle Royale. Cuando veo otros personajes digo Battle Royale. Vamos a ver. Ok. Sí, ese mismo es un Genshin Impact pero tecnológico. Okay. Joder, qué bien. ¿Eso qué es? Sender Zone Zero. Es el mismo juego, es la misma temática, ¿no? Es como el mismo juego. Cuidado. Tortuga Ninja. Cuidado con esos patrulleros de Power Ranger. Se ven muy bien. Están muy bien dibujados esos muñecos. Están muy bien dibujados esos enemigos. Mira qué bien se ven. A ver, ellos hicieron un intento de Tortuga Ninja el otro día. Días atrás hicieron un intento de Tortuga Ninja que no gustó mucho. Pero este está medio... ña. ña. Sí, está medio ña.
que son juegos para dedicarle 4 horas un día y más nunca volver a ponerle la mano. Entonces a veces tú te planteas y dices, ¿vale la pena comprarlo, güey? Porque son para dedicarle 4 horas un día y más nunca jugarlo, te lo juro. Te lo juro que si yo como streamer que quiero jugar un juego que está muy de moda, un ejemplo, compro ese juego, te puedo hacer 1 o 2 directos del juego máximo. Y lo que den esos directos son los de pagar el juego. Fin. O sea, más de ahí no merecen. Mira qué bien dibujados se ven los artes. El arte se ve hermoso. El gameplay no es nada que ver. Ok, que tienen el flow de pixel art y demás. El 16 de junio, o sea, este mes. El 16, faltan 8 días para que salga. ¿Esto qué es? Ahí se parece a Far Cry 5. A Far Cry 5 se parecía ahí. En esa escena así. Joder, ¿qué tiene, güey? Mira qué buena transición del... ¿Qué es esto? Sega, la compañía que tiene rato que no pega una. Taíno medieval era, los incas, argentinos, los cubanos. ¿Qué es esto? Cultura. Sí. Latinoamérica. Sí. Es como tú ves las culturas de diferentes regiones de Latinoamérica. ¿Esto qué es? Cuidado, que te promete. Cuidado, te ve muy bien. Está ligado con gameplay y personas reales. A ver. Bueno, tenía que hacer un comercial. Es que a veces no me cuadra eso que ellos hacen. El comercial no se parece muchas veces al juego. Entonces el comercial te dice, wow, increíble. Y cuando ves el juego dices, wow, qué decepción. Sega, la que no pega una.
Shift your civilization by combining a multitude of historical civilizations from the ancient to the modern era. One Piece is celebrating its 20th
sí, pibe, vamos a ver.
Bandai Namco is bringing the
One Piece Odyssey. Vamos a ver. Porque esta gente nos relaja. Vamos a ver si este es bueno. Este puede ser bueno.
A mysterious island where Luffy
este
and
puede
his
ser
Straw Hat
bueno.
crew become marooned in this exciting upcoming JRPG.
Vamos a ver qué es lo que es con este One Piece.
The Straw Hat Pirates journeying along the Grand Line.
Uy.
空に伸びてるあの光はなんだ。よし、面白そうだ。行ってみよう。ちょっと待ってるし。変な形の積乱雲がすごい速度で増えてる。
Ey, se ve bien lo que estoy viendo.
なんだありゃ。おい、落ちるぞ。任せろ。クードバースター。
Frankie.
Nami. Sherpa. Oh no. Es Brock. Zud. ¿Ah? Nico Robin. No. Sanji. Y por supuesto, de Luffy, Monkey.
Filled with new encounters and hidden mysteries. Unravel the adventure.
Quiero ver gameplay, exacto, gameplay, muéstrame gameplay, ¿cómo es? Déjame ver cómo se desarrolla. Yo creo que jugué uno en Nintendo Wii. Creo que fue la última vez que jugué una One Piece Nintendo Wii. Que era muy divertida, por cierto, Nintendo Wii.
あなたたちの記憶をもとに作られた世界よ。
2022 sale este año. Está más o menos.
Soul Hackers 2 from Atlas launches, and we've got your first listen to the English voice cast with this quick new look.
Ringo. Take my hand.
¿Y esta quién es?
You get one more chance to make things right.
Pero lejos.
So that's our mission then.
Sega se quedó por lo lejos.
With so many new games featured across SGF events, you might be wondering how to plan for your summer gaming dreams. NerdWallet can help you find the smartest credit card to reward your gaming purchases at nerdwallet.com.
The Epic Mega Sale is going on right now. Save up to 75% off top PC titles with an additional 25% off eligible products. And it wouldn't be the Mega Sale without the free games vault, featuring Maneater. Be sure to claim your copy before the sale ends on June 16th. Tune into the Epic Games Store Twitch channel for our summer showcase on June 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. We're taking a look at new announcements and updates from PC titles heading to the store.
No anuncio como paraguayo. Epic Story.
You nuts?
Déjame publicar con ese hashtag. Ese hashtag tiene que estar atendiendo a la mente. Son comerciales eso, anuncio paraguayo. Un viaje de anuncio paraguayísimo me están tirando ahí.
You're gonna get hit with the unexpected in Mario Strikers Battle League. In this no-holds-barred, soccer-ish sport, chaos reigns supreme. So prepare to do whatever it takes to claim victory. So much fun, It hurts. Mario Strikers Battle League. Only on Nintendo Switch. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
Hi, my name is Carl and I'm a developer on Metal Hellsinger. You know how in some games where the music's really good, you feel compelled to move and shoot to the beat? But what if you had to? In Metal, the better you are at slaying to the beat, the more intense everything gets. And we have vocal performances from legendary artists like Serge Tankian from System of a Down, so while headbanging isn't mandatory, we do recommend it. Our demo is live now on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation platforms, so go check it out and slay to the beat.
Me huele a dolor de cabeza. Mucho dolor de cabeza. Esa velocidad y esa cámara ahí tan loca me da un dolor de cabeza que le digo no voy más porque me da hasta con mareo. Digo no voy más. Y menos si no veo el personaje, nada más veo la cámara haciendo para ir para abajo así. A todo lo que da.
Funcom, a rhythm shooter with metal music, and right now, as I mentioned, a demo has launched on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation for you to play for free. Next up, a new game launches tomorrow, The Quarry from Supermassive Games. This spiritual successor to Until Dawn stars David Arquette and an all-star cast. It's getting great reviews.
The all-star.
Binge-worthy teen horror entertainment experiences where your every choice shapes your story and determines who lives and who dies at a camp in upstate New York. Here's the first look at the launch trailer.
Family is the most important thing in the world.
Okay.
But if your whole family, you know, like every last one of them decided to jump down the bottom of a well and they're all just hanging on the end of a rope, how can one person be expected to pull them all back out? You can't. So you pull on that rope and you're just going to fall right down to the bottom of the well with the rest of them. And what's the point of that?
What? There is a lot more to this than you realize.
Like what?
Kidnapping.
Más zombie.
Cover-ups. I think the
Ay, por favor, más zombie no.
You have no idea what's going on here. Not a goddamn clue. All right, let's do this.
Who should I call? 911. You mean 911? Who says 911?
911, 911, 9111, 911.
I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
This isn't a ghost story. It's a creature feature. It's really happening and you're all in it.
This is gonna get a little messy.
Them's the rules, you noob.
The Quarry. Nah. Se pueden quedar con él.
We were proud to reveal Nightingale, a shared world
Nightingale.
game from Inflection.
Nightingale. 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 Nightingale.
Here's your exclusive.
Porque Gale, Nightingale. Nightingale. A ver, ¿qué es esto?
You're alone in the realms, I'm afraid. The portals are a mess. Not even sure if Nightingale made it.
A ver qué me vendes. Ok, exploración y crafteo. Cojo pieles, hago fuego. Construyo cosas. Hago casas. Un crafteo agresivo. Hago un tipo de carta extraña. Abro portales. Mato monstruos.
Be ready with your axe pick.
Cazo animales. Cazo monstruos gigantes. Pues se ve todo aquí. Hay como un aire de coleccionismo, de cartas, de monstruos. Veo que construyo como un pueblo, una ciudad, qué sé yo. Ligado con magia. Inflation Game con Real y Less Infinity. Nightingale. Bueno. Va ahí, Nightingale. Tiene como mucha vaina. Saints Row. Viene Saints Row. Uno que en su momento casi se vuelve competencia de GTA. En su momento, pero después buscó otro norte y lo movió. Y GTA sigue siendo el número 1. Pero en su momento llegaron a compararlo con GTA. Vamos a ver el trailer.
Guys.
You gotta do something to capture people's attention. So what do we build next?
Personalización por pila, por lo que veo. Es un GTA frenético, digámoslo así. Wow, pero llevaron la personalización a otro nivel, bárbaro. O sea, puedes personalizar el muñeco a muchos aspectos. Hasta crear tu apariencia que quieras. Eso me gustaba a mí, me gustó mucho de Cyberpunk, que podías personalizar tu muñeco. Con ciertos límites, pero sí podías.
Perfect. Dinner and a show, baby.
Mira, lo personalizas mucho. Oh my god. Su santo cielo, ¿verdad? Pero fácilmente tienes tú que comprar un pack de esas cosas y ahí hay que estar el dinero de ellos. Fácilmente para tú tener toda esta personalización tienes que ir pagando. Y que, el pack de primavera, que sé yo cuántas ropas, que sé yo cuántos pantalones, que sé yo cuántos forma de rostro, que sé yo cuántos tipos de ojos, por $10. Pack primavera. Tipo, llegó pack agosto. Que te trae esto y esto. Y así te vamos ya nosotros por grupo. Esos supuestos pack. Para ir personalizando tu vaina. Ah, no te empecé. Ah, sí, está en la Epic Store. Saints Row, pero ordenen. No ha salido todavía, por favor, saquen eso ya.
Next, we've got an exclusive first look at extended gameplay of Warhammer 40k Darktide, Fat Shark's follow-up to the critically acclaimed Vermintide series. Darktide promises intense 4-player co-op action and terrifying enemy hordes to team up against. And it's out on September 13th for PC, on Steam, and exclusively on console on Xbox.
Manufacturer makes L1736 is
Hey.
heading towards a power systems failure
Hey.
to a bit of heretic sabotage.
Cuidado.
So you're going to
¿Esto
restore
qué
the
es?
Golden and hopefully save the day. Get in.
Cuidado.
Access the operations array and use the cryonic rods to flush the system. preferably before something explodes.
Este puede ser interesante. Yo en realidad no he visto nada así. Este podría ser interesante. Vamos a ver de qué es este gameplay. Pero podía ser. Ay, ya no me gusta.
Set your data interrogators. If all goes well, we can unlock the system, prime the rods, and send them where they're needed. That's the first part done. Get to the base of the Matrix bar and put those cryonic rods to work. What are you waiting for? Get it in place. Now! You finished here? Look for a way out.
Me gustó más la primicia que el gameplay. Es que no estoy fanático de primera persona. No tengo nada de fanatismo con la primera persona. O sea, juego en primera persona no fanatismo para nada. Al final de cuentos me marea.
It's a return to the world of layers of fears. Get a dose of this.
Fial era un juego de PlayStation 2, creo que era. Fial 1 y Fial 2. No he visto nada que sirva realmente. Así que le diga, wow, quiero esto, sí, sí. No he visto nada de eso. Es que no estoy muy sincero.
They say it's a tale of sadness and guilt of an artist trapped in a place beyond redemption. It's a lie. This is a story of my fear, pain, and hatred, of the horror of my loneliness. And it is mine to tell.
Now I see it. All this misery, all this suffering. There was no other way.
Mira, sigue sin ser increíble, ¿eh?
You really shouldn't have.
An empty shell cannot live forever. It cannot live at all.
I was trapped in this house, bound by this body. Now, I break free.
Para 2023. Bueno.
This October, Gotham Knights arrives.
Ey, este sí, pibe. Pibe, este sí. Sí, este promete, pibe. Para octubre, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, falta como 4 o 5 meses. Pero este sí, pibe. Este lo suspendieron o lo volvieron a agarrar otra vez. Es como un Batman.
Welcome from WB Games Montreal. I'm Flamma.
Wow, qué fuerte tú estás, muchacha.
Producer on Gotham Knights. Today, we are thrilled to share more with you on one of our beloved
Sí, tú vas a ver gameplay. Gameplay buenísimo de esto. Pero ya como que va mucho al gimnasio esa niña, mira qué brazo.
We're really looking forward to share more with you as we continue working.
Y su cara cuadrada, mira, tiene más brazo que yo, Pablo. Mira mi bracito. Mira los brazos a ella. Esa mujer hace así con ese brazo y digo, wow. ¡Golpéame! Mira eso, bárbaro, ¿cómo que no?
I had nothing. And then this city became my home. Its people became my family. Gotham gave me everything. It deserves to feel safe.
Nightwing. Bueno, sí, mundo abierto. Las de Gotham eran así, mundo abierto. Para tú explorar y buscar cosas en todo el mapa. Pero tiene personalizaciones él, o sea, varios trajes y demás. Coño, mira que bien se ve esa gráfica, bárbaro.
I got this, Bruce.
Gotham Knight, octubre 25. Ese sí se puede comprar. Ese sí se lo puede invertir. Toma mi cartera. Ese sí. Ese vale cada centavo. Por no estas mierdas que han tirado.
Co-president of Naughty Dog. Great to have you with us, Neil. It's been an eventful day on the internet for Naughty Dog.
Toque para la peluquería mañana, voy para la peluquería temprano.
We were joking about last night, like, watch the assets will leak, and lo and behold.
Well, the good news is there's some stuff that hasn't leaked that we have lots to share.
Mañana peluquería temprano.
All things at Naughty Dog, but first of all, it is it's a big month actually for Last of Us fans because Last of Us 1 and 2 both launched in June and it's nearing its 2-year anniversary for
el remastering de The Last of Us. ¿Cuándo va a salir? Venga, el remastering de Last of Us. ¿Cuándo va a salir el remastering, por favor? Co-presidente de Naughty Dog. Por favor, remastering. A ver, ¿cuándo sale?
And it's just been kind of amazing. Like Last of Us Part 2 early this year passed a pretty big milestone. It sold over 10 million units.
Mostrame, please.
Success, we're so grateful to our fans. It has allowed us to grow as a studio, and now we can take on multiple projects, more than we've ever had at the same time.
Multiple projects. Okay, very interesting. So, what can Last of Us?
Ya en PlayStation 3 se veía fantástico. El de Last of Us.
Thank you for asking, Jeff.
Yes.
Vamos a ver si este remastering corrompe.
Has evolved due to the team's ambition. They really wanted to do something beyond what we've ever done before at Naughty Dog. And we felt the way to do it justice is to make it a standalone title. And they've been working on it for the past 2 years. Ambition has grown, and we're not quite ready to fully unveil it, but we're ready to lift the curtain a little bit and just give you like an update of where we're at.
Okay, well, what can you tell us about this new standalone multiplayer game?
Yeah, so we have a concept art that we want to show. But what I can tell you is that this game is big.
Okay.
It's as big as any of our single-player games that we've done, and in some ways bigger. It's got a story. The way we're telling that story is very unique to this game. It's got a brand new cast of characters. It takes place at another place, another part of the United States.
It's like a city might be somewhat familiar, some people.
I'm sure our fans have already figured it out. And it's really cool. And it's being headed by Vinith Agarwal, Anthony Newman, and Joe Padnatti, all veterans of Uncharted and Last of Us. And you're going to see a lot more of this game come next year.
Next year. So I wait till next year to hear more about that one. Okay. Well, very exciting that this has evolved. And I mean, that concept art looks incredible. I can't wait to see Naughty Dog's storytelling fused with multiplayer live game.
It's something special. We can't wait to show it either.
Okay, well, that's not all. We also have something that I've been reading about on the internet every day, it feels like. Up in Calgary, they're filming the Last of Us show for HBO, right?
Yeah, so for the past year, we've teamed up with Craig Mazin of Chernobyl fame and HBO to adapt The Last of Us into a TV show. They've been filming, and it's pretty incredible. The stuff I'm getting back, when we're looking at back at Naughty Dog, we can't help but feel emotional because not only is it so good and the quality is so high, it's so authentic to what we've made in the game. I just can't, I couldn't be proud of, like, again, Craig and that whole crew and everybody that's up there. And their last day of filming is tomorrow. So
the entire series, last day of filming is tomorrow.
Last day of filming is tomorrow. Craig is up there right now, kind of wrapping it all up. So it's pretty close. It's closer than you might think.
And you actually got to direct one of the episodes?
Yes, I think that really speaks to the kind of collaboration and trust that exists between Naughty Dog and HBO. They invited me to direct one of the episodes. I think we have an image from the episode I actually directed.
Ooh, okay. So we could first look. Let's take.
So you can see this is a certain museum that players might know from the game. And I really have to talk about Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, and not only directing them, but seeing them do all the other episodes. They've thrown themselves at these roles for a whole year. Watching the nuance that they bring to these characters, their relationship on and off camera, I couldn't help but think about Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson. It felt so similar to the chemistry those two actors had when we made the game. And it really feels like this is going to be something special. And I will say this will be the most authentic video game adaptation yet.
Well, I mean, that first image that they put out, it feels like the video game. Everything that I've seen, both public and other stuff, makes it feel sort of super legitimate, as you said, and that's awesome to see Joel and Ellie from the front side now for the first time. So we'll see more of that next year. That's coming as well, right? Serious?
You'll hear about it very soon. That's
okay.
All I'll say right now.
All right. Well, Last of Us HBO, very, very exciting. And I hear you actually have a couple actors from the show who are going to join us here.
We happen to have a couple actors here that are part of the show. We should bring them up.
Okay. Come on up.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Oh, hello.
Surprise.
Troy's back again. Hello,
I know.
Ashley. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a little confused, though. I thought maybe Pedro Bella, but Troy Asher.
No han presentado nada todavía de eso.
Game, right?
So when Craig and I started working on the show, almost one of our very first meetings, we said, Troy and Ashley have to be a part of it. And we're such fans of like the talent and the helping us create Joel and Ellie. We felt like it was so important that they become part of the show. And it has to be more than just like kind of like a wink to the camera and like a cameo.
Okay.
These are real roles that we're keeping under wraps for now. But man, I'm bummed that I couldn't be there with you guys when you filmed your stuff.
There's been so much
It's
stuff I feel like
so good.
on the internet.
Oye,
There's so much
eso, una
like,
foto,
talk
qué
about what's
locura.
filmed, and I think that's you guys have kept a
Una
complete
foto,
secret
qué
that
locura.
you
¿Qué
two
tanta
upgraded
vuelta que le dan para
filmed
enseñar lo
the
que van a
roles
enseñar?
by
¿Sí? De una
The
vez.
big secrets with this franchise is kind of old hat. Like we've had
Except for today.
Yeah. Except for the date. It was one of the hardest things for us to do is to not let people know that, because we're so proud of it and the work that we did. We worked hard. The crew. I have to say, when I walked out on set, to be met with literally every person that I met on that crew is such a fan of this game, and they all knew what it was that they were working on and committed to working on this project because of their fan and their love for the game was one of the greatest. It was like I was coming home to friends.
Yeah, the attention to detail, the crew was amazing. Bella and Pedro are they're so perfect, and
Pero eso es la serie, la película o el juego, porque
person,
no entiendo.
It's like the characters coming to life, but it's so much more than that. I feel like I can't fully explain it, but I am so excited to be a part of it. And
ellos van a hacer como una especie de serie o de película, qué sé yo,
it is gonna be
sobre eso.
So good. I love the story. I
Bueno, que es una serie, porque lo que dejamos cuatro tenemos serie.
About the series and the fact that you guys are going to be in it and undisclosed roles. I'm so fascinated how it's going to sort of bob and weave and are these characters we know from the game that they're playing? New characters? Can you tell us anything?
Yes.
I can tell you.
So sneaky. All right. Well, we're so excited.
Maybe it's already on Twitter by now.
Hey. All right. Well, let's talk about what was on Twitter earlier today. Lots of talk about the idea, or really what's happening is it looks like you guys are remaking the original game, and this is like a ground-up remake. Is that right?
That's right. We wanted to give people the definitive version of the first game that wasn't encumbered by any technology. Wanted to find a way to get even closer to our original vision, and we're able to do it on the PS5 and PC. And instead of talking about it, let's look at it.
All right, let's take a look at The Last of Us Part 1.
So why'd you leave Boston?
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
been this close.
Bueno.
It's the outside.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that's good for one thing. Get you killed.
I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
I get into trouble down there. You make every shot count.
I got this.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
Bueno. Eso se ve hermoso. El 9 del 2 del 2022.
Truly one of my favorite games of the past decade. Guys,
O sea, nos quedamos en este año.
Yeah, we hadn't seen
Mes
that
9.
yet.
Yeah, you're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
It's because you did these. These performances you did a decade ago.
Yeah.
You didn't go back in. I mean, you used the original performances.
Yeah,
right?
actually, we came up with a process where you could take the original animation that we did for the faces and kind of like retarget it on these new rigs that have a lot more fidelity. And then the animators went back and
We're
studied.
seeing side by sides here. Just how much
por lo
it has
lejos.
changed that you went and you redid the models and rebuilt everything.
Everything was rebuilt from the ground up. Same art director, re-art directed the whole.
Pero
thing
lejos
from
que
the
se
ground up.
fueron, hermano. No fue un
But
remating
the great
sencillo,
thing
¿no?
about these faces is that they're closer to the original performance. All the animators went and studied those videos and got it closer to what you did on
O sea,
set
fue como hacerlo
than
otra vez,
you could
bárbaro.
have achieved before. And that's just like one of the things we could talk about, like this brand new AI, like all the combat is redone. Just the fidelity of everything, 60 frames per second, all the stuff you're getting on the PS5. Again, we wanted to give, knowing because of the show, because they're all new players for PS5 and PC, we wanted them to have the definitive version of The Last of Us.
Amazing. Well, now you guys get to replay. I mean, when was the last time you guys played the game?
I actually played it again just to refresh my memory
The show.
before working on the show.
I was just a glutton for punishment, and I went straight from playing
never
part
played it.
1 straight into part 2. And so the last time that I played literally would have been 2 years ago, since we're celebrating the anniversary of part 2 coming out. So I mean, it looks like I'm definitely going to be up for another
Yeah,
playthrough.
I
with
mean,
this.
I can't wait to go back because it was.
Oh, I
such
can't
a,
wait.
you guys did such an amazing job on that original game, and
It's really, when you play it, when you see it in motion, it's really night and day from what it used to be.
I imagine that think of The Last of Us 2 combat, but kind of that back in The Last of Us 1.
Well, it's the whole, like, all the new animation system, the new AI system, everything we've learned on, like, Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2, we apply to this, again, to give that definitive version. Just to give a quick shout out, this project is headed up by Matthew Gallant and Shauna Skye.
Okay.
And you'll hear a lot more about it and see a lot more about it over the coming weeks leading up to the release September 2nd on PS5.
All right.
And
well,
shortly thereafter on PC.
we will look forward to it. Neil, you've talked a lot about games directed by other people. What are you directing? You still making games?
Still making games.
Okay.
I haven't given up my day job. It's a little early to talk about it. Maybe if someone in PlayStation wants to leak it, then we can talk about it now. Otherwise, we'll save it.
But you do have a new project.
Do have a new project, but we'll save it for another Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll try and save it. All right. Troy, Ashley, Neil, thank you so much for dropping by Summer Game Fest, and I am so excited that The Last of Us is returning, as you said, in September. So thanks, guys. Appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome. All right, well, that is going to do it. Thanks to Naughty Dog and PlayStation for that very special look at The Last of Us and the entire franchise and where things are going. Very, very excited about that. All right, Summer Game Fest continues over the next few days. Coming up right now on this very stream is Day of the Des with I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine, including an exclusive new look at the planet of Lana. And then the Devolver Digital Showcase. Tomorrow, we've got Netflix Geeked Week, which I'll be co-hosting, and the Tribeca Games Showcase streaming.
pues se
along with
acabó.
Epic Games Store Showcase. And then finally, Sunday, it's the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. You can stream them all at summergamefest.com. As for me, I'll see you again in August when we are back live in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live on August 23rd. And then the Game Awards will return in December live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. And finally, I'm excited to share that Summer Game Fest will return in June 2023 as a digital and in-person
Tuvieron varias
event
cositas interesantes
to
nada
bring the
más,
gaming
pero
community together.
muy mínima,
Thanks for
cositas
being
muy
part of
chiquitas,
Summer
sí,
Game
muy,
Fest. And remember, there are
muy
more
mech.
events and announcements to come. We'll see you
Cositas
soon.
muy mech. See you later. Thank you for watching. Cositas muy mech.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Day of the Devs.
Day of the Devs.
What? You don't know what Day of the Devs is? Day of the Devs is the greatest and definitely the oldest independent games festival that exists. It was started over 10 years ago by Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit to celebrate the best independent games out there and bring them to you, the fans. We wanted to bring developers and players together to get together, play games, and have a great time. It used to be a physical event only in San Francisco, but now it has gone digital so the whole world can enjoy it. And we're really excited this year to be part of Summer Game Fest. So sit back, relax, put on your party hats.
This thing? I'm supposed to put this on?
That's right, everybody, put on your party hats. Everybody. Everybody. That's right, that looks good. Now we're cooking. Put on your party hat and enjoy Day of the Devs.
We got a new one today. This is from a good friend Michael Frey and Rafael Munoz. Previously, Michael made a game called Kids with Playables that we published at Double Fine Presents, and this is his new one. It's about the limited time we have on Earth told through the life of a fly. This is called Time Flies.
World premiere.
Everyone, my name is Michael. You might know my work from a game called Plug and Play. I co-founded company called Playables.
No, se acabó, fue que pasamos a otra sección, fue pibe, no se ha acabado.
But today we're going to talk about this guy in my upcoming project that is a collaboration with.
Pasamos ahora a los indie, parece. O sea, lo que hacen juegos indie.
The principal programmer on the game. The project we're collaborating on is called Time Flies.
O sea, en serio.
Time Flies is about our limited time in this world. In Switzerland, where I'm right now, we have a life expectancy of maybe 84 years.
¿Qué es esto, amigo?
It's about 77 years. So you have a little bit less time to achieve the things you want in your life. In Time Flies, the things you can achieve are nicely prepared on a bucket list. This is a very small part of that bucket list. So these are the things you can do in the world.
Murió. ¿No?
The game is coming to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, PC and Mac sometime next year. Please visit timeflies.buzz where you can sign up for the newsletter so you get updated when it's out.
Claramente acá hay problemas mentales.
Find a link to the Steam page where you can wish.
Claramente problemas mentales que no podemos pasar, dejar desapercibido. ¿En serio? ¿Otra vez? Ay, mi Dios. Basta ya, por favor. Ya quítalo, please, please.
Our next game is Planet of Lana, the debut title from Sweden-based Wishfully Studios and published by Thunderful Publishing. The gameplay is reminiscent of dark side-scrollers like Inside and Little Nightmares, but the vibes could not be more different. Who are these enigmatic enemies? What do they want with Lana's sister and her world? And what other secrets are there to uncover in this beautiful, boundless environment?
Hello, my name is Adam Stjernljus and I'm the creative director at Wishfully. We're a small indie game studio in Sweden making Planet of Lana. In our game, you play a young girl called Lana, who is forced out on a mission to save her sister that has been taken away by an invading robot army.
Bueno, queda mejor eso.
Early on in the game, Lana meets the mystical creature Mui.
Yay.
You quickly develop a strong bond and friendship to Mui, and she proves to be both intelligent and loyal.
Hello. Ima.
Being her own personality, Mui also has things that she's afraid of.
Neno Mui.
But being small and agile also has its advantages. For example, being able to reach places that you can't.
Pamaki Mui. Hello.
She also has this special ability she can use to control some of the strange creatures of this planet.
Hello.
Together, you have to make it through both the harsh and beautiful environments of Novo. Past dangerous robots, through deep and cold caves, unraveling long-forgotten mysteries that all lead to your destined future.
Ese va a ser interesante, ese puede que se juegue. Ese puede que se juegue por un rato. Pero con lo rápido que están los juegos ahora en los streaming, puede que se juegue con unos 3 o 4 días.
We're very
Fácil.
excited here at Wishfully to bring you what we believe is a truly unique adventure. And beyond the companion-based puzzle solving and hand-painted art style, you will experience an engaging story with twists and turns that hopefully will stay with you long after the credits have rolled. Planet of Lana is coming to Xbox and PC this year, and you can wishlist right now at Steam or sign up at our newsletter at planetoflana.com.
This next title from 2-Star Games is quite literally an on-the-rails shooter. You and your little yellow train with its mounted machine gun and exquisite collection of bobbleheads will face off against a demonic, clown-faced train who is hell-bent on devouring human flesh. This is Choo Choo Charles.
Hey, I'm Gavin, I'm the solo developer behind 2-Star Games, and I'm currently making Choo Choo Charles. It's an open-world horror game where you navigate an island in an old train, upgrade it over time, and then use it to fight an evil spider train named Charles. If you pump enough lead into his face, that'll probably encourage him to run off and find something else to eat. You have one goal above all else, and that's to summon Charles to a 1v1 and fight him to the death. To do that, you'll need to explore the open world, looting abandoned areas and completing missions for the locals to gain powerful new weapons and scraps that you can use to upgrade your train's speed, armor,
Otro más de los que odio. Nah. Mira que no se ve mal ese, pero me da
Best be
una
careful out
pereza
there
eso,
because
güey.
it might be unwise to wander too far from your train. If you do encounter Charles while you're
Pero
roaming
una
around,
pereza
it doesn't
a
matter
nivel
what you
Dios.
do now because you have truly angered the beast and you'll either escape with your life or see it flash before your eyes. Sounds like something for you. Be sure to follow and wishlist Choo Choo Charles on Steam. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really does mean a lot.
We've got a special one for you. It's very personal and near and dear to I Am 8-Bit because it's a I Am 8-Bit Presents published title. It's called Escape Academy, and think of it like Hogwarts, but for escape rooms. It's from developer Coin Crew Games, and they hail from the arcade amusement space. They've designed escape rooms in real life. Better they talk about their game than me. Here they are.
Hey, I'm Mike.
I'm Wyatt.
And I'm Michelle, the art director.
Wait, am I supposed to say I'm the...
Igual
Hey, I'm Mike.
I'm Wyatt. We're the founders.
And I'm Michelle, the art director.
Okay.
Oof, okay. This is. I hate that.
All right, once more with feeling. Hey, I'm Mike.
I'm Wyatt.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're Coin Crew Games. When Coin Crew Games was founded, we were actually building real-world escape rooms and arcade machines, but when the pandemic hit, we needed to pivot. So we decided to take those learnings, building real-world escape rooms, and transpose them into a digital format, and thus Escape Academy was born.
Good luck trying to hack me without sufficient power. Probability
Primera
of your
persona. Es que es más fácil. Primera persona, Dios mío.
Academy is
Que
an
todo
escape
primera persona,
room
primera persona, primera
adventure
persona. Es
game
que es más
that
fácil,
you can
ok.
play either single player
No
or co-op.
jodas, güey.
You play as a student at this titular, mysterious escape academy where you get to master the art of puzzle solving
alto
and
meter
train
una
to
persona,
become
muy
the
alto.
ultimate escapist.
What are you waiting for? A room full of gas is no place to relax.
We're all fans of escape rooms, so when we couldn't find a digital, authentic escape room experience, we decided to make one ourselves.
Walls are often misleading at the academy.
Escape Academy isn't just a puzzle game, it's an escape room game, and it brings that play pattern home. We have a huge amount of puzzles in this game, and they never repeat. And in addition to that, you can solve every puzzle using just your mind, no dexterity required, although you may want to bring a paper and pencil.
The academic theming gave us the leverage to create a wide variety of rooms that support the narrative and put players in situations they would never find themselves in real life escape rooms.
When we were designing the game, it was really helpful to have the experience of both playing a lot of escape rooms and designing real-world escape rooms as sort of a design anchor to buoy us to.
I did not anticipate the rodent assisting you. Bad turmeric. Sadly, that rat will be no help in bypassing my lasers.
We really took our time to create an eclectic cast of students and faculty members that help guide you throughout the academic journey of Escape Academy.
Building on the lessons that you get in each room and raising the stakes throughout your journey at the Academy was definitely a design pillar we wanted to make sure came through in the final game.
Acaba ya.
I am not handling so well. Analysis, I have succumbed to disco fever.
Escape Academy is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC on July 14th and will be available day one on Xbox Game Pass. And you can wishlist us today on Steam.
We'll see you at the Academy.
Thanks!
Escape Academy!
This game's for all those fans of organization out there, all those organizers. It's from a studio called Max Inferno, and it's a game about getting things lined up just right. It's called A Little to the Left.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Hi, and I'm Lucas, and we are Max Inferno.
Yep, and we're really excited to share with you today a cozy puzzle game that we've been working on called A Little to the Left. A Little to the Left is a game where you sort, stack, and tidy up the house.
Por favor, no más pulse, por favor, no más pulse, por
In each
favor.
level, puzzles are hidden among regular household objects, and you solve them by arranging items in a very particular
Ay, esto es un
way.
juego totalmente de pulse. Oh.
Many of the levels have multiple solutions. It's all about observation and imagining the different structures that could be at play. The game takes inspiration from our own home and some of our own little tendencies. Another big source of inspiration for the game is our cat, Rookie, who should be around here somewhere. Occasionally, this cat will show up on the periphery of your gameplay and undo your tidy work, just to shake things up a little bit. The game starts off pretty simple, but as you progress, the logic behind the puzzles becomes a little more surreal. There is a lot to tidy up in A Little to the Left. Actually, every day brings something new. With the daily tidy delivery, you get even more out of our favorite puzzles. And you earn fun badges too. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Por favor, acábate, por favor, acábate, por favor, acábate, por favor, acábate, por favor, acábate.
See you later.
Ay, adiós. Que
no termino de odiar los indies. Es más así, tan extraños.
I've been excited about this one ever since it was announced ages ago. It's from developer Gummy Cat. It's called Bear and Breakfast. And the title says it all. You're a bear, you run in bed and breakfast in the woods, and it's really freaking fun. We're debuting a brand new animated trailer, a bunch of gameplay you've never seen, and finally announcing a release date.
I'm Ioana.
And I'm Raresh. We're from Gummy Cat in Romania.
Today, we're showing you our first game called Bear and Breakfast.
Los Pálidos.
It's a laid-back management
¿Qué llamarse
adventure
Los
game
Pálidos,
where you build and run a B&B in the
Porque
woods,
está muy
but you're a
pálido.
bear.
¿Y esto de qué va?
In Bear and Breakfast, you play as Hank, a young, curious bear from Silver Valley who lives in a small home with his mom and two best friends.
¿Esto va de qué?
We grew up on management sims. Games like Theme Hospital were big inspirations for us, but we also wanted to make a game that tells a story alongside the usual management stuff. So it turns out that humans are coming back for some reason, and they need a place to stay. There's old, rundown buildings all over the place, and you're just the bear for the job. The game follows a linear story that you advance by solving quests. A lot of them involve finding materials, building rooms, crafting furniture, and decorating stuff. The actual furniture you do make awards different kinds of points. For instance, beds give comfort, showers give hygiene, that type of thing. You have to make sure that your room scores are high enough to satisfy whatever your guests are asking for. Each type of score comes with its own challenges. For example, later on, you'll need to cook food for your guests through a minigame. There's a lot more to Bear and Breakfast, but you can play at your own pace since the game won't rush you. Oh, and there's definitely no creepy subplot hidden somewhere in the forest.
We're very excited to be part of Day of the
Los
Devs this year,
Pálidos.
and we can't wait to introduce you all to Hank and his friends when Bear and Breakfast launches later this summer. Thank you.
Joder, es como un Minecraft vitaminado. Un Minecraft muy vitaminado. Está en Steam y en Nintendo Switch. No es malo, pero...
So I don't want to say a lot about this
No lo
next
sé.
one. It's full of
No lo
secrets
sé,
and
Rick.
puzzles
No
and
lo
mystery
sé.
that are best discovered on your own. It's a beautiful game from a studio called Shared Memory. It's a pixel art Metroidvania full of interesting creatures. It's called Animal Well.
Hi, I'm Billy Basso. Today I'm going to be showing you a game I've been working on called Animal Well. In Animal Well, you explore a surreal and sometimes dangerous pixel art labyrinth that is filled with secrets. As you explore, you'll encounter various creatures, but it's not always clear if they're friendly or not, so it's best to proceed with some amount of caution. Throughout the game, you're going to find various items that will give you new abilities and help you solve some puzzles. Every item in the game has multiple uses, but you're going to have to experiment if you want to figure out what they all are. Animal Well is a pixel art game.
Vaina más rara es.
That's not just a pander to nostalgia. Instead, I'm viewing it as a technical opportunity. A 4K TV screen has 144 times as many pixels, but that means I have 144 times as much processing power to apply to each pixel. Throughout the game, you'll see a lot of things like fluid sims or dynamic lighting effects that haven't really been used in a pixel art game before. Designing Animal Well is a layered experience. So what that means is the base layer is something the average person can play through and enjoy to completion. But then there's a second layer, which for most games you would consider this part like 100%ing the game. There are lots of hidden items in nooks and crannies throughout the world. They're not obvious and you might need some help to find these. The third layer has puzzles that don't really present themselves as puzzles. They might go unnoticed for years, potentially, or they might require some community collaboration to solve. Also, there's a puzzle in this video that may require some community collaboration to understand. But the first 10 people to figure it out will get a free copy of the game at launch. And then while you're doing that, you can maybe wishlist it. But yeah, thank you so much.
Sí, amigo, adiós, te cuidas mucho. Está bonito, está diferente tu concepto. Raro, pero está diferente tu concepto. Hay de todo ahí, por cierto.
Next up is Nyad, a colorful exploration game where you play as a water nymph, traversing a zen and peaceful world. This game comes to us from Highwarp, a solo developer from Spain.
Hi, I'm really happy to be part of the 10th anniversary of Day of the Devs at this exciting Summerfest edition. I'm Elwin from Highwarp, a solo dev indie studio from Spain, working on bringing to life very unique and personal games. I would like to share with you a preview of Nyad, a relaxing and colorful exploration adventure about flowing by a river. I put all my love creating every part of this game, so please enjoy. The journey starts with the birth of a little water nymph at the spring of the river. Nyad will grow up and mature, obtaining vitality from floating leaves and flowers, learning to swim like a duck, dive like a fish, dance like a frog, finding other adorable friends like butterflies,
rabbits, snakes, turtles, crocodiles, and much more. Help them to find their way, avoiding obstacles and dangers, using your skills. You will immerse through a lot of beautiful places like a deep forest, a dark cave, a joyful creek, and more. Water, symbolizing life, starts pure and fresh, and little by little it will be fading into dark. You can sing to regenerate the nature, making sprout flowers in your path. And you must do your best, because the humans are controlling this river world. Humans create their own fake rivers, like these noisy roads with strange smoke creatures. You are the guardian of this river, and that seems to be a difficult task, but don't be afraid, because a tiny cloud will take care of you from the sky.
From the sky.
The beautiful hair of Nyad is like its vitality. You can make it grow up under the sun rays, change its color, even tie small flowers on it. Creating Nyad, I focused on a wholesome experience. Enjoy it at your own pace, exploring and flowing.
Nyad will be available for PC and consoles by the end of this year. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
If you ever find yourself longing for the good old days, then why not take a trip back to the Stone Age in this cooperative life and farming simulation game from Sodaden and Cryptico. Hunt and gather to care for your settlement, explore the ancient world around you, and best of all, become a friend to the mammoths. This is Roots of Pacha.
Hi, I'm Timo, co-founder of Sodaden along with my brother.
Hi, I'm Karen, the narrative designer. We're based in San Diego, with the rest of the team in Argentina.
Hola a todos, I am Dancer, the main artist.
And I'm Johnny, Timo's brother. We are the team developing Roots of Pacha, a farming sim set in the Stone Age where you help your clan develop the ideas that shape humanity.
In a time when there weren't stores to buy seeds or anything else, you'll build your village from the ground up. Instead of using money, you'll transform the world around you by contributing and working with your clan. Starting small, you'll explore the regions of this new land, discovering plants and resources along the way. Many of the ideas you developed were the cornerstones of early civilizations like farming, domesticating animals, and the creation of tools that are now common.
Vaina granja. A una gran escala, aparentemente.
Ideas will build on one another, and after a while, you'll find your community transformed. You'll venture into the caves to meet the spiritual world, to try and explain who you are and why you're here. The game's Stone Age setting was inspired by the book The Clan of the Cave Bear. Roots of Pacha is set in simpler times, but society is still complex. For example, finding something to eat went from satisfying a basic need to making a dish and creating a reason to gather. As you discover ways to make life easier, you'll find time to experience all the fun Pacha's world has to offer. You'll get to know your clan, meet others living around you, and maybe even find that special someone.
Pero tiene un ecosistema ello de vida y todo.
Our love of farming sims started with the first Harvest Moons, and Stardew Valley took it to the next level. With Roots of Pacha, we want to make our own unique contribution to this genre.
We're working on this project with all of our hearts. We're super excited for you to play the final version. In the meantime, we have a brand new demo that just went live today.
Thanks for having us. Muchas gracias.
Roots of Pacha. El demo está en Steam.
And now I am very pleased to present a world premiere from our friends at Us 2 Games, the folks who brought you Monument Valley, Alba, and a bunch of other really, really cool games. Here it is.
At Us 2 Games, we really try and take what's meaningful and great about games and deliver that to everybody. So with Monument Valley, we made people care about a character for the first time if they've never really engaged with games very much. And with Alba Wildlife Adventure, we took open world games and packaged that into a kind of theme about saving an island that more people are going to want to engage with than just the hardcore. And with this game, what we really want to do is take these genres that we really love, like roguelike games and turn-based tactics, add a little bit of sports game in there as well, and themes about dreams and conflicting fears, and really package that together into something that feels really unique. In the game, you play the role of Desta, who's a young person in their early 20s, who's coming home for the first time, having not left home in the very best way. Their relationship with their mother and their family and their friends, there's a few of them that were a little bit broken. And they were broken because they didn't really have the words to say. And their father, who used to be a big part of their life, unfortunately passes away, and they don't have those tools and that person to lean on to bridge that gap. So they manage to go home, they find this old ball they used to play with their dad, and when they try and fall asleep with it, they find themselves in a world between worlds, neither asleep nor awake. And when they're in this, they can explore these moments, these memories, and solve these creative problems through a ball game. And when they do that, they find the right words to say to confront these people.
The people we're going to be meeting in Desta's dreams are people who were significant to Desta before they left town a couple of years back. And there are lots of people they don't know quite as well, too, and some people who have been shaped by Desta's impression of them in their dreams. But they've all had a profound impact on Desta's life. These characters are really interesting because all of them are interwoven as part of Desta's story, but also with each other. They don't just appear as abstractions, but they really feel like a part of the makeup of Desta's background. One way or another, the people that Desta meets throughout the game helped Desta become who they are today. And they've taught Desta a number of different things, like standing up for themselves, taking risks, expressing themselves, and more. There are a few different themes in the story, but I would say that certainly loss is a big part of it. Finding yourself, courage and perseverance, and reawakening. No pun intended.
It feels like we've been able to put a lot of ourselves into Desta. The same is true for pretty much all of our games, but Desta in particular is very personal to a lot of the members of the team. I'm sure we can all relate to some of the themes of maybe having ghosted a friend and not being sure how you could get back in touch with them, or dwelling over how you might have said something in a conversation and having that play over and over in your mind, which is one of the core themes of the game.
It's definitely got more depth and more game mechanics than anything we've made before, and it's being designed from the ground up to be a multi-platform title. We're really looking forward to telling you more about Desta: The Memories Between in the coming weeks and the coming months.
This next game is called Shim. It's a shadow platformer. You're a little blobby character platforming around inside shadows, and a game with a really cool minimalist graphic art style. I hope you like it.
Hi, I'm Ewout and I'm the developer of Schim.
And I'm Niels from Exonice, and I help Ewout develop Schim. We're located in the north of the Netherlands in a town called Leeuwarden.
We are a team of 2, plus the talented people at Moonseller who do the audio. Schim is a game where you move around in shadows. You play as a schim, a shadow creature. As a whole, Schim is made to be approachable for a variety of players. At its core, it's about jumping around in shadows and platforming towards the end of a level. Each shadow has their own schim. The player plays around as a schim of a human. However, this schim is separated from that person, and it's up to you to find your way back.
¿Esto qué es?
In the game, you will also help other schim characters who have also been separated from their shadow. You can help them by finding their object.
Es como un animalito de sombras que sigue solo las sombras.
Schim takes big inspiration from the feeling of playing as a child. Playing imaginary games with made-up rules, move around in shadows, and jump to the next shadow. Check it out and follow us at schimgame.com.
Está medio
Hi
interesante.
everyone, and thank you Dev the Dev for having us this year. I'm Anne, the manager of Asobu, a community hub for indie game creators in Tokyo. We have a space where people can come to work and meet other people, do small gatherings, and we are helping Japanese devs by introducing them to platforms, console publishers, helping them on marketing, or as usually they don't speak English, helping them to apply to overseas events like this one. And we're also doing a lot of online contents and streams, like our big Asobu Indie Showcase, which will be aired this summer in English and Japanese, or our monthly stream Indie Collection, and podcasts, and many other things you can check on YouTube and Twitch. But first, let's check 2 really cool Japanese titles. Fox and Frog Travelers, The Demon of Arashino Island, is a 3D action-adventure game with a Japanese-inspired atmosphere. You will play as Fox, a girl who finds herself on Arashino Island and starts traveling with Frog. Torii gates, fusto lantern and neon gives light and color to the island. But something is lurking in the shadows, inching even closer. Fox and Frog Travelers is developed by Rias, an illustrator and concept artist that came up with the idea for it, based on one of his illustrations. Fox and Frog Long Journey Through the Night is planned for release in a few years. First game of the young solo developer Yo Fuji, Goodbye World is a narrative game about 2 young indie game creators, the shy Kani and the extrovert Kumade. Mixing influences from comics like Ghost World and games like The Beginner's Guide or Mother 3, Goodbye World is a tale about the passion and struggles that comes with game creation. Through 13 chapters of the story, rendered in beautiful pixel art in a resolution close to the Super NES and Game Boy Advance. by World is due out on Steam later this year. If you like those games, don't hesitate to wishlist and to follow the devs on Twitter. And if you are interested by Japanese indie scene or indie games, you can follow us on Twitter, on Discord, chat with us, and watch our indie game showcase, which is coming this summer. And thank you again for watching, and Day of the Devs for having us.
The process of moving to a new city can be daunting. Our next game, Birth, from solo developer Madison Carr, who hails from Chicago, explores the idea of quelling loneliness through this puzzle adventure.
Hi, my name is Madison, and I am making a game called Birth.
Muy alto me tiene.
Birth is a point-and-click puzzle game about living alone in a large city. In order to quell your loneliness, you decide to create a creature, a friend, a partner for yourself, by collecting spare bones and organs that you find while traversing the city. You will explore libraries and post offices and museums and cafes and apartments that don't belong to you. In each of these buildings, you will meet creatures, and you will get to know them by searching through their personal belongings. Their laptops and phones, their cabinets and their notebooks. Within these personal belongings, there are puzzles. Some are physics-based, some are pattern-based, some are abstract. There are no instructions, and you are rarely doing the same thing twice. Alongside the main game, there are optional hidden tokens that you can find to unlock secret buildings and treasures. Birth comes out this August. I made this game with my whole heart, and I hope that you like it.
In our next title, How to Say Goodbye, you play as the ghost of a person who's recently died and is embarking on the journey of accepting their own death. The mechanics underscore the message that there's always a way through grief. You may get stuck, but you can always stop, reevaluate, and keep moving. It's all just part of the puzzle.
Hi, I'm Florian, co-author of the upcoming narrative puzzle game, How to Say Goodbye. In How to Say Goodbye, you help a group of quirky ghosts overcome various obstacles and conundrums by reorganizing the level as you like. Moving one tile will also push the surrounding tiles. The puzzle elements are only moved around, but never removed. So, just like a Rubik's Cube, the puzzles never end up in a state where you can't solve them.
So, Indy tan para arrancarse la cabeza.
Follow various characters looking to discover why they are still here and how to move on while trying to escape the grasp of an evil wizard who doesn't know how to let go. How to Say Goodbye tells a story of loss and grief, but we intend the experience to be as gentle, kind, and positive as possible. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, please wishlist the game. It would mean a lot to us. Thank you.
Oh, hi. Well, wasn't that a great show and a great cake, and it's all gone, and so now we have to say goodbye. I hope you liked that. I hope you liked all the games. Thank you to all the developers for making such fantastic games and for bringing them here for everyone to enjoy.
Special thanks to all of our generous sponsors. You've always been there for us, and we could not do this without you. PlayStation, Idea Xbox, Nintendo, Steam, Epic Games Store. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. Extra special thanks to Dose One, the Magic Man, for supplying all the beats and sound effects and tunes you hear in every Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs. We couldn't have done any of this without you, or at least it'd be really quiet and kind of suck.
We're not done with the Day of the Devs 10th anniversary just yet. If you go to dayofthedevs.com and sign up for our newsletter, you will be amongst the first to hear about all the excitement that's to come this year.
Other than that, thank you so much to everybody who watched, and we'll see you next year. Bye.
We'll see you next time.
Aha! You thought it was over, but it is actually not. Day of the Devs continues with a special after-party performance by the one and only Peter Berkman of Anamanaguchi fame. He's debuting new music from a game you've probably never heard of. It's called Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland. And the reason you haven't heard of it is because it's debuting on Kickstarter at this very freaking moment. Enjoy. See you later. Thanks for tuning in to Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest Edition. Bye.
Bueno, se acaban los minis ya. Vamos a ver. Vamos al adulto. Concepto bien ahí, sí. Con un yoyo. Diga una Jiménez jodona era ahí. Tan, tan. Está súper tétrico el videito esto, ¿viste? O sea, está súper tétrico. El juego de un niño durmiendo y yo me estoy durmiendo yo aquí. Con la musiquita. El juego de un niño durmiéndose y yo me estoy durmiendo. Y yo soy un viejo durmiéndome. Con la musiquita, amigo. Si tu plan es que se duerma la gente y vaina, o sea, está perfecto. Mira, ahora empezó con un sprint. No mames. Sprint yo. Pero Dios mío, ¿por qué tan largo? Hasta hace cambio de pared como Metroid. Coño. No un paraguayo el muchacho. Plataformeo como Mario 3. Ahí vuelve. Tin, 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 tin. Oh my god. Ya se tan le va a caer la vaina esa. Para allá, por favor. Para allá, por favor. Tin, 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 tin. Ten que hice starter y todo, gracias, pero ya, para allá, para allá. Joder, amigo. Oye, porque tiene una caja para deslizarse por la pared, ¿eh? Uno que no sea tan malo, please. ¡Ay, el gato! Ah, no, ese no es el gato. Una colección, ¿no? O sea, eso fue todo. O sea, no era eso. O sea, no hay otro departamento que va a mostrar más nada. Ahora sí fue el fin. 4 horas, no 3 horas. Contame, Gamerfest. ¿Ahora sí fue el fin? ¿O tengo que esperar algo más? Porque los indies están para arrancarse la cabeza. ¡Wow! Qué incómodos indies.
The Games and Online Harassment Hotline is a text message-based, anonymous, and confidential emotional support hotline. And it's created specifically for the gaming community. Because we're gamers and creators, and we want to help each other. So, how does it work? Well, you text us and we listen. Our hotline is 100% anonymous. We can talk about anything you need to, and only what you want to. The Games and Online Harassment Hotline is an inclusive resource for anyone, no matter how you identify. If you feel that you need emotional support, you can start right now by texting support to 23368, and our qualified responders will be there to listen to you, free of charge. Reach out, get help, and let's make this community a better place to work and play.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Bueno, nada más tuvo algo interesante al principio, pero después me hartó. Soy indie tan de pinga, bárbaro. Mierda, hasta sueño y de todo. Con Coca-Cola. Yo Coca-Cola y como que era medio sueño. Hablamos ahorita, que puede que entremos a jugar un chintillazo Sword ahorita en la noche. En la noche.